I've given myself 1,001 reasons why I shouldn't do this video. But who wants to start the new year with excuses and procrastination? Not me. So on that note, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. I haven't said that in a very long time, almost a year. It just feels so good to be back-ish. If I start talking so much, yeah, let me just say it's point blank that one of my goals this year is to get back on YouTube. I hope to be consistent on YouTube this year. I mean, I said that last year I wasn't able to. That's because of I had a lot of things going on with me, so I just decided to channel my energy into something else. So since I didn't have the time to sit down and do like long form YouTube content, I was like, you know what? Instead of giving excuses, why not just create short form content instead and put it on Instagram? And then I also share it here on YouTube Shorts, so that it's not like my YouTube page is completely dead. Okay, so I did that and it worked out, and I was a little bit consistent with that. So yeah, first of all, now to the main point of this video. So am I meant to do an introduction? Because I don't know. If you're watching this video, my name is Anne Nathan, okay, sometimes called Anointed. That's my name of my YouTube channel, and that's my Instagram handle as well, and that's what some people know me by. Okay, I don't have a lot of things to say about myself right now. I am going to drop I'll probably maybe do like a get to know me video or something like that, because I feel like it's been a long time coming. For this video in particular, I wanted to do this was 2023, because of for the past 2 years now I did this was 2020. No, I did this was 2021. I did this was 2022. And then I like that I can go back and look at these videos, not just for putting out their sake, but for my own personal pleasure. So I'm like, you know what, and you should do this video. So towards the end of 2023, I was quite ill. I felt sick because I had been overworking and some other things. I wasn't the right frame of mind. I couldn't even do like an end of year recap video like I would have loved to. But coming to January now, I'm like, and it's already too late. Everybody has already posted their 2020 recap videos. What do you now want to come and start saying? And I didn't want to like just do the normal put like stitch clips together and all of that, because I was going through my gallery and I don't know, it just felt like it didn't like most of the things that happened were not things that were captured on camera. Let me just put it that way. I'm like, you know what, and just do this sit down talk video. Okay, 2023 was such a year for me. At some point in 2023, I was having like a really amazing year, to be honest. I was like, oh my god, this is such a great year and everything. But like that last quarter, Q4, like it just so much was happening. Let me just put it that way. And it was like testing my faith, testing my endurance, testing my joy and all of that. But here we are. So I start from January 2023. I came into January very positive, super pumped up. For some reason, it just felt like this is the year that I have been praying for, because of, if you've been following me, you know my story. 2021 was crazy. I mean, it was a very terrible year for me, even though I mean it's built me to this person that I am right now. 2022, I started recovering, like it became better. So I just felt like 2023 was that time to like soar, you know, and I was ready to do big things. Okay, so when I got into the year, I set out goals. Okay, if I mean, I typically started the year out with WAVBEC. If you know me, you know that I try to attend WAVBEC almost every year. It's been 8 years now. Okay, and it's WAVBEC is a Christian convention in summary, you know, whereby different pastors come, they preach, and the rest of that. Anyways, I usually get like specific words for the year and everything, and that, you know, shaped my year. And I left WAVBEC feeling very pumped. You know, I had framed certain goals for the year. There were things that I knew that I had as my heart desires for the year, and one of it was, you know, financial. Why am I starting with finances? But yeah, let's just go into finances. I'd had like a really rough patch and I just wanted like a breather. Okay, I remember journaling and telling God, like, God, I'm tired of this back and forth, money today, no money tomorrow. In January, I was in a paid employment. Okay, so I work in like content marketing space, okay, and media as well. I also do like gig work. creative work. But I was in a full-time employment, and this full-time employment was draining me. Okay, like towards the end of the year before, I was tired. Like I was almost quitting, and I just had to hold on. I remember one time like this that I said something to like a mentor, and she's like, and she gives me like a whole sermon to listen to, and just talks about how, you know, when you're doing work, it's not just about the work that you're doing for the company, you're also like serving God and all of that. That's what made me to hold myself. If not, I was almost done. But my work as at January of that 2023, the work started to get better, because one of the things that was stressing me out in the work was that it's all those kind of roles where you're doing a million and one things. So I was doing a lot of things in the role, and I feel like I wasn't being properly compensated for it, and I was just really burnt out, to be honest. So January, things started getting better because now I had like built my team properly, I had more hands, and it was time for me to relax and, you know, reap the fruit of my labor pretty much. And then guess what happens in January? At the ending of January, I get called into a meeting, and that for some reason I don't know if I saw it coming. In that meeting, they just say something that, oh, they would like to discuss something. There's like restructuring going on in the company, da. See, long and short of the story is that they wanted to change my role from a full-time to like a contract kind of arrangement, and they were offering a 50% pay cut. Mind you, I was already saying that, see, I feel like I'm not being well compensated and everything. So imagine starting out your year in this manner. But what saved me was that I was back. Pastor Pojorimade, he gave a testimony about a lady that, you know, kind of like lost the job, and he talked about her response of how immediately she like saw that, she just, you know, started rejoicing and all of that, and then how she was later compensated with like she was earning in tens of thousands in dollars. Okay, and that's something I had also been looking forward to. I'm not earning in tens of thousands, so before you began. Anyways, it's like I was prepared for that moment. So when that happened, it just looked like, okay, my time here has finally, you know, come to an end, and I didn't have to push for it. Okay, when they said that, they're like, you know what, they understand if I don't want to accept it and everything. But I mean, as a good person that I am, I just told them that I was going to accept it. I was going to take the pay cut for February, but I was going to use February to like, you know, put things in place and just make sure that I was doing a proper handover and leaving things well. Okay, and I said I had big financial goals in, yes, thank God I have my this thing out here. I can be very meticulous with planning and all of those things. Okay, I'm also an economist. Okay, so when it comes to figures, I don't know. Yeah, this is what they look like. I might have to flip this. So I wanted to increase my monthly income by 3 times. I had like an annual income target. I had an annual savings target. So here I already planned it out. Like, you know, Q1 I wanted to be earning the same income like as 3x, and then Q2 I wanted it to change to 6x, meaning that I would double my income in Q2, and by Q3 Q4 I had tripled my I don't even know how I come about this mathematics. I'm sure God was just looking at me and shaking his head like, nobody you go tell me waiting to do, cause that was such a disruptor for me. So imagine planning on doubling and tripling your income, and the first thing that happens is that even the one you're managing is taken away from you, and I was just taken aback. But what happened immediately after that call, I started rejoicing. I'm like, thank you, God. I'm like, thank you, God, for this opportunity. Like, thank you for this. I was just like in Thanksgiving mood, and I was like, I'm not going to feel afraid or down. Mind you, I didn't have any backup plan, but I mean, it's me. It's not the first time I'm leaving a job without having anything next to do. But the funny thing is that that period also aligned with when I had a business idea and I started a business. First of all, I am one of those people that uses this entrepreneurship thing is not for me. So aside like gig work and everything, I've never thought of being like a business owner, you know, CEO. I've never ever imagined myself in that position. But for some reason, yeah, towards the end of 2022, I think in December, I was just thinking one day to my friend, I was like, because of I wanted 2023 to be my money year, so I was thinking of all sorts. I was like, I want to start a business in 2023. I don't even know what it is. I was like, Abby, should I do food business? Because I can cook and I can cook well. Should I do food business? Should I sell clothes, thrift? I was just thinking of things. I just wanted to really expand my my sources of income, my streams of income rather. So end of January, it was more like into February. I had this business idea because I'm not going to tell you how I came about that. This idea is a different story for another day. But I had this business idea and it bettered my business, scribed it. Okay, I plan to do a whole video of becoming a business owner, starting a business, scaling it, and all of those things, everything that I've learned in between. So I might just leave all that for another video and face today's topic. Okay, I just started scribed it in February, March, and by March I was ready. I think I used February to like put in the work. So that time I was rounding off this my other job, and if I did not leave that my job, I wouldn't have been able to focus on scribing because that job was hindering me so much that I could not think about any other thing but my work. So the timing was just perfect. As much as it was inconveniencing in terms of finances, but the timing was perfect. So now I had left this job. I had all the time to pour into scribe it, and build on it. So I just occupied my time with, building scribe it. Even though, of course, it's a new business, I don't expect it to be bringing in a lot of money. But I don't even know how I was surviving, but God always provides for me. So, yeah, I will now start getting messages like, oh, and I have this writing gig, or and somebody recommended you to me, that kind of thing, like things I did not even apply for anything. But I figure that that's how God usually sustains me in seasons of droughts in my life, because it do usually happen every now and then. So God kept me April, May, June, and by June I got a job offer, and this was my dream job. Like, this is something I had been praying for since 2022 January, long. Like, it took over a year and a couple of months, even more, almost 2 years, okay, for me to be able to get what it is that I truly desired. And I'm just like, God, like, the way God works, it was just perfect timing. Everything was happening at the perfect time. Okay, now I already skipped to June and I'm talking about finances. I think I'm just going to be jam talking. You guys should take it anyhow. Also, another thing that happened was that I entered January wanting to move. I think that was like maybe the last video that I had posted here on YouTube. And I had to move apartments. So where I was staying, I had kind of like overstayed there, and if you want to know the reasons why I moved out, just watch that video. But pretty much that's one of the things that happened in 2023. I moved into a new apartment, and that one also was divine timing. Like, it was just the right time. Like, when I was ready to, I was worrying about not being able to get like an accommodation. House hunting in Lagos is something else. So I had a friend that was moving out of the country. I haven't even spoken to her in a while. So the time that I had just thought to check in on her, like, everything just perfectly aligned. And that's how the first half of 2023 was for me. It was just me working the perfect will of God. And my business was growing little by little, started making money, and it just really overwhelmed me. And I was happy. And the thing about my business is it's not just the business, it's not just the money coming in, is the direct impact that I have to lives, that I have to people's relationships, marriages, families. To think that I'm adding, like, I'm making so much impact with the business that I run, it just gives me so much pleasure. If you don't know my business, describe it. I'll just write it out and then you can check it out. I will talk about that in a different video. So from like July was my birthday, and then August. Okay, the funny thing is, in July I got a word for the year, because I usually get my specific words for the year. Aside that January word, I get like a new word for the year every time that's my birthday. God always like tells me what the next year is going to look like, or just gives me like a word or something, or I prophetically claim it. So yeah, I said that it was my year of sprouts. Yeah, I was going to experience immense growth and all of that. I'm still in that year because it's still July 2024. Okay, and beyond, because we never stop growing and increasing. But like I said, at the beginning of the year, I became consistent with creating content on social media and Instagram to be specific. So the same videos I'll creating on Instagram, I'll put them on TikTok, put them on YouTube Shorts as well. And I started growing. I mean, my page started growing. And it's funny because I wasn't expecting that kind of growth. I wrote it here, my goals for 2023 under my personal work. I wrote have at least 10,000 followers on Instagram. Okay, so I was putting the work because I started the year with like 5k followers ish, 5 point something followers, and I just was like, you know what, let's see where this goes. And by June, I think it was in June that I already had like 10k followers, and I was so pumped. I was like, oh, thank you, God. I can't even believe it because I did a video. I can't remember the video that started that traction for me. I think I remember it is the one I talked about Mali skipping and how I didn't talk to somebody for years. So like a lot of people, the video spread. I got like 100k, 200k views, and I had like a lot of followers trooping in and all of that. And it was just beautiful to see, to be honest. It was beautiful and it was frightening as well. I think 10k was still fine, 20k. I know that at the end of my birthday, that's ending of July, my birthday is July 29th, I had hit 20k followers because I remember posting it as we were entering into August. So cut the long story short, I ended the year with slightly over 50k followers. Okay, and that was just like amazing because now that's 10 times the goal that I had set out for myself. Okay, and aside me exceeding my goals, is like sometimes I just think 50,000 people, because if you put me in an auditorium with 50,000 people, I'm probably going to freeze. I mean, people usually do not believe people like us when we say, oh, we are social introverts, we're shy people. They say everybody wants to be an introvert. I mean, anyways, they feel like you're just saying it, that it's not possible for you to be for you to not be a social person and be talking on social media. But well, welcome to my world. So now I have to get used to people knowing me. So I go to places and people always walk up to me like, oh, I know you from somewhere. Oh, hi, are you anointed? I think I follow you on Instagram. So I just smile and I just feel very cringe because I'm like, okay, how do people know me and why are you talking to me and all of that? I mean, that's the life that I have chosen, and I think that I just have to get used to it because it's only going to get bigger and better. I mean, I try to tell myself, and you have to get used to this and you have to handle this. Okay, as much as all of this comes to me, I try not to let it get into my head like, oh, you've arrived kind of thing. No, I always tell myself, I just remind myself where I'm coming from, and always have to breathe in, breathe out, calm down. Okay, and it's been really amazing. Most times when people see me and they're like, oh, I know you from somewhere, you look familiar, have we met before? So they'll be trying to like remember where they know me for. They probably just maybe come across my video on their feed or something, and me, I'm just there standing like, they ask me, what school do you go to? I'll tell them. They ask me, I'm like, I don't know, like I don't know where you know me from, because of course I'm not meant to come and start telling you. Sorry. Because of course I'm not meant to come and start telling you, yes, it's me, I'm that girl on Instagram, you've probably seen me before. I don't know. That's just not. If you think that there's a better way for me to respond to people like that, okay, let me know, because truth is that I don't even know. Just pray to God for the grace to keep, being humble, which is most important thing. To keep putting out content that can bless lives, to keep positively influencing people. What I usually say is that I hope to inspire fervency and love for God, that desire for God in other people. And I just pray that I keep being that person, and touching lives and all of that. So that's that about social media growth. Okay, I said I was going to jump talk, and I know I'm going all over the place right now, but yeah. Oh, in addition to my social media platform growth and all of that, I now became a brand influencer. Like, I started getting like influencer gigs and brand partnerships and all of that, and I mean, it's really beautiful. It's just a good thing. So that's like another source or another stream. Why do you keep saying stream? Source. That's another stream of income that came in 2023. Glory to God. So just random things that I remember to note down. Yeah, is other things that happened to me in 2023. I think I reconnected with old friends, like two old friends. I had like two friends I haven't spoken to in years, and one of them we because she's not in the country, so we jumped on like a video call. Was it a video call? A first time call. She had jumped on a call and talked and caught up. Yeah, it's just felt really good, and that gave me some kind of wisdom that, oh, you don't always have to make new friends. Sometimes there are some old friendships that you just have to like fan the flame again, and that's what happened with another of my friends. I just set up like a brunch date because I'm like, we're in the same city, let's link up. Set up like a brunch date, and we saw, and it felt really good. Now we're closer than we used to be, and funny thing is that she even during our lunch day, she even had to open up to me about something, how she had felt offended one time ago in my life, that something went on with me and she wasn't aware about it and all of that. And just like, we just laughed over it, moved from it. And yeah, funny thing is, because of her, I even went back to Snapchat. Yeah, that's another thing I started doing in 2023. I went back to Snapchat because the attention on Instagram was just too much. I was like, you know what, let me go to somewhere that is like more enclosed, and Snapchat has now become my safe space. Don't come and look for me there. I'll not accept your your friendship requests. But yeah, I'm just kidding. Another random thing is public transports. This is a worthy mention because I hadn't entered. Things are crazy in this country that I am in right now. I'm still in Nigeria. Okay, I hadn't entered public transport in about maybe 3 years in this Lagos. Okay, because at some point I used to have a car, I used to drive, and then I moved out of Lagos, so I sold my car, and then I came back to Lagos. I haven't gotten a car since then. So I'm one of those Uber people. Every now and then we are entering Uber, no matter where I'm going to. Even though I'm just going to somebody's backyard, yeah, I have to take Uber because I didn't want to enter public transport. Not just because I didn't want to enter, because I may not be too familiar with the routes and all of that. But I decided that, you know what, things are getting costly. Like, hey, God. The other day I see paid 14,000 naira, 10,000 naira. Like, in 1 week, you can just easily spend 50K or more. And that's because I don't even go out often, on public transports. I'm not on public transports, on like the taxi cabs, Uber, Bolt, and the likes. So I decided that, you know what, and you humble yourself and you start entering. So I started entering keke. I started entering bus. I mean, when I need to, I still enter both and the likes, but it's just one of those things that I started doing again, and you shall know that I wanted to say Sapa will humble all of us, but Sapa doesn't control me. But anyways, that's something that happened, and I started entering it again, and it's been bad. Okay, some days I'm like, God, what is this? I've had like bad experiences and all of that, but let me just keep that for probably like a story time or something else. But in 2024, very soon, I'm going to buy my car, and I'll come back and give my testimony. All right. Yes. So towards the end of the year, something had happened, and I started facing some form of financial difficulties. Okay. So it was really like this, like throughout the year. I started facing. I don't want to go into details of that because I don't know. It hasn't properly cleared, and I don't like to talk about things when they are ongoing. Is when it has past that I can now say, oh, this will happen. So I'll probably refer to it some other time. But anyways, that, and then my business, it's a good problem. Yeah, I can. Anytime I want to complain to my friends, I used to be like, I'm not supposed to be complaining about these bots. What? Always bots. Okay, my business had like a lot of orders coming in, like, and it was like a lot of work for me to do. Hey, yeah, I forgot to mention this year I also got a personal assistant. Like, I've been wanting a personal assistant for the longest time because my head is usually scattered most of the time. So I needed, like, I had been hoping for, and I was finally able to afford it. So I put somebody on payroll, and I'm proud of myself. So the work that was coming in was like a lot for me and my assistant to do, but I just had to keep on working, and I have other things that I do as well, also adding like content creation and the likes to it. I'm just like, gosh, help me. So every time I'm always working, like I don't even sleep. I don't have like a proper sleep schedule and all of that. And like I said, later you could tell, my body could tell that something was wrong, and I knew that I was going to break down. That's October, November, the way I was going, I just knew that I was going to break down. And eventually that happened, like towards the end of the year. Yeah. And I ended the year 2023 with being dragged on social media. That's the first. I was dragged on Twitter mercilessly. I don't even know if I should do a proper story time of that event. I already did like a narration on Instagram, but if you want me to do like a video story time on that one in particular, let me know and I'll see if we can talk about that. Okay. What else am I missing out? Spiritually, I mean, I felt like I was a bit stable this year. Spiritually, I grew. Because I mean, you should grow every time. I grew. I was more consistent with studying the word, with prayer and all of that, and I'm happy for where I am at right now, where I ended the year at. And I think now, talking about it in general, the year 2023 was not a bad year, even though things didn't go exactly as I planned. Okay, they went according to God's plan. That's how I like to see it. And that was good. That was good too, as well. Let me just review some goals that I can share. I already shared like my financial goals with you. So another goal I had for 2023 was YouTube monetization. Obviously that didn't happen because I was not putting out content on YouTube. Okay, I've been doing YouTube for years now. I don't know whether it's 5 or 6 years, but I mean, if you go down, you would see like my OGs know. I wanted to have at least 5k YouTube subscribers. Again, how is that going to happen when I don't put out content? I wanted to be doing at least 2 long form videos monthly. Most of these things. I also wanted to bring back Salt with Ann podcast. If you know Salt with Ann, yeah, an OG. I used to have like a podcast like this. Okay, I wasn't able to do that this year because I was really busy. That was 2023. Let's see what 2024 brings. I'll probably bring that back as well. For my social goals, I said I wanted to pick friends like to hang out with at least once quarterly. I did that. Monthly check-in with my friends, at least 10 minutes. I did that. I wanted to call my parents more often and my family. I think I did some of these things, most of them. I'm just going to leave the rest. Really none of your business. I think it's high time I wrap up this video. Pray for me. Pray for the spirit of consistency this year. I really, really want to be consistent with this. I try and see if we can do Sundays now. If we can put out videos every Sunday, would be nice. We've come to the end of this video. I don't know why I feel like I didn't say a lot or I haven't said a lot, but most times we just share these things hoping that you pick lessons. I don't necessarily have to point out the lessons for you. Figure it out by yourself, okay? And sometimes it's just for entertainment and sharing sake. Yeah, like I said, I was going to come back to this video in a couple of years time, like, oh my god, so this is how 2023 was for you, and I'm proud of your growth. You're growing. Okay, so thank you so much. If you watch this video to this point, drop oil in the comment section. Oil is for anointed, obviously. So drop oil in the comment section. Give me video topic ideas rather that you want to see on this YouTube channel, so that instead of racking my head, I mean, I have a few, but it would be nice to hear from you as well. And other things happened in 2023. I think I'll share in 2024. Okay, so stay tuned. Watch this space. I'm going to be more vulnerable here and all of that. Follow me on Instagram. I might not show up as much. I wish I could do everything. Let me not use my mouth and spoil it, but I mean, I pray for capacity to be able to like pull my weight in every area. I think I'm talking too much. I should just end this video here. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate your audience. See you next time on this channel. Bye. Oh, I actually forgot how they used to end YouTube videos. Do not forget to like, share, subscribe. I wonder if people actually do this thing. But please, I need it. Okay? Like, share, subscribe. I haven't decided what I'm going to be doing in my YouTube video, but one thing I know is that clarity comes on the road, and I'm just going to take that leap of faith and start anyways. So bye again. Bye.